The playoffs continue with just 4 races remaining in the season. Nobody is safe in the points order. Anybody of these top 12 drivers could be locked out of the playoffs after tonight. It's going to be a thriller from Newton, Iowa. I'm Rick James, here to bring you all 130 laps from the 7/8 mile Iowa Speedway. We're about to get the action started. Round number 2 of the AER playoffs in full swing. Tristan Bailey will have control of the front row alongside California's Jason Fensler. Both of these drivers with more wins than anybody else this season. An absolute masterclass by both of these drivers. We'll see what they can put on in Iowa tonight, but plenty of other notables in tonight's race ready to make some noise, and we hope you're ready to enjoy the racing. Desperately waiting for that pace truck to come off of turn number 3. I'm desperately waiting for this pace truck to come off of turn number 4 now. I want to get this race started. I'm so excited to have the AER Truck Series with the playoffs now in full swing. Green flag will fly with Tristan Bailey on the front row. Finally, let's do it. Let's go racing. And we'll go racing for 2 corners as a yellow flag comes out. Sam Harrell involved in the 43, and Matt Mingo in the 59 also getting a piece of the action. The numberless Sam Harrell, as it were. There you can see not even a single marking on the side of that 43 truck. Matt Mingo also involved in the 59, and all that hype gone in the blink of an eye. But let's see what caused a pause to the very brief action. This is right off the restart. Well, initial start. And Sam Harrell getting a bit too extracurricular with the Liquid Death Tundra. And that's really all there is. So Tristan Bailey still leading Jason Fensler in second, Tyler Bellinger in third, and hopefully this time around we go more than 2 laps before the drivers have to slow back down. And once again, those are the points headed into this round. Tristan Bailey leading Jason Fensler by 13 points. All the drivers in red coming into this round could be knocked out by the time the checkered flag flies, but everybody below 8th place will not make the next round of the playoffs. It's every man for themselves at the Iowa Speedway, and we'll see just when push will come to shove. Tonight, Iowa. Next week, Charlotte. The semifinal at Kansas, and then Phoenix Raceway will host the championship final. Driver still circulating around behind that pace truck, so we won't go anywhere. We'll take just a quick 30-second break, but we're going to be back. We won't even take a commercial. We're going to take just a quick 30-second break, get calibrated, make sure everything's on the up and up, and we'll be back with you for the restart in 30 seconds. Waiting for the truck to pull off, Tristan Bailey has control of the field to the inside of Jason Fensler. Well, and it looks like the lights are still on atop the pace truck. So driver's still trying to get sorted out here. We've run every lap so far under caution, but it looks like now the lights turn off the pace truck. We'll take one more look at what brought out that yellow flag. Matt Mingo getting turned around by the 43 of Sam Harrell. Mingo's going to restart in the 19th position. There he is coming back around to catch the rest of the field. Sam Harrell will start to his outside in that 18th spot. Mississippi's Tristan Bailey to the inside of California's Jason Fensler, New Hampshire's Tyler Bellinger, and North Carolina's Roberto Mathis starting on the outside of row number 2. Bailey waiting to put his foot down, waiting for the pace truck to peel off. Let's see how far we get this time. Lap number 5 about to be completed. Green flag is out. Let's go racing. Clean and green, everybody makes it through that first lap, and the first green flag lap of the race won by Jason Fensler. He goes purple, 24.24 seconds. Don't expect that to last long. The Californian all over the back bumper of the Mississippi Pilot through 3 and turn number 4, 255.88. Your top 3. Tyler Bellinger just ahead of Bob Mathis. Jeff No on a part-time schedule, but he's got a victory this season in Thursday Night Thunder in the Truck Series. No, sitting 23rd in points, but definitely a player in tonight's running. We'll see how far he gets. And the caution is out for the second time tonight in 8 laps. It says Tristan Bailey here's had an incident. Let's find out what happened to the 25. He just got loose in front of the 5, and there he goes around. Not sure what happened to the Mississippi Pilot. He keeps it off the wall. Let's ride on board with Tristan and find out what happened. Have a listen. On board Jason Fensler. This is 1 lap prior. Let's have another look on board Jason Fensler. Didn't look like there was any contact on Tristan Bailey. Let's double check here. Nope, just got loose before the 5 even got close. So the 25 truck goes for a spin, but cool heads and a heavy left foot keep Tristan Bailey off the wall. Jason Fensler now leading the race. New Hampshire's Tyler Bellinger in second. Bob Mathis sitting in that 3rd position. Alabama's Charlie Mosley Jr. into the number 89 unsponsored machine. Waylon Turner in the same. Interesting to see some of these guys with unsponsored rides here. Maybe that's on our end. Maybe we've got to fix some things. We'll figure stuff out here. Jason Fensler continues to lead the way. Tyler Bellinger in second. Local in the chat says, let's go No. Cheering for that double 5 of Jeff No from the 4th position. Fensler waiting for the lights to shut off atop that Chevy Silverado pace truck. And they stay on, so we're going to be yellow for a couple more laps. We'll take that first opportunity to take a break, fans. We'll be back in 60 seconds with more playoff racing from Iowa. Pace truck about to peel off for the second restart. Jason Fensler with control, starting on the outside. Tyler Bellinger on the inside, waiting for the cacophony of pickup trucks to scream down the front straight. Green flag waves. Let's go racing. Jason Fensler leading comfortably ahead of Jeff No out of that second corner. Finally, we got those paint schemes fixed. 5:55.88. Your top three. Tyler Bellinger in that third position. Bob Matheson fourth. Battle for second now. Bellinger to the inside of No. This is going to be the move for that second position. Bellinger just to the inside, but can he pull it off? Early proceedings at Iowa. And already battles inside of the top three. But how about this Hornets nest here, including Adam Boughton in the 94. He sits ahead of Dylan Picklesmeyer in that 1-2. Sam Harrell in that all-white 43 trying to make moves up the running order. And the 38 of Patrick Jenks rounds out the top 15 trucks. 3 wide into the third corner. Tristan Bailey trying to make the effort on the outside. He brought out that most recent caution. But that means he won't be a factor deep in the end of this race. Bailey spinning by himself in turn number 2. Now to the inside of Sam Taylor. Keith Bost next on the list. The number 42 Silverado goes to the outside, looking to overtake Charlie Mosley in that gear wrench machine. Bost trapped on the outside with Bailey moving to his inside of the Mississippi Pilot with an enormous amount of skill. Moves into the 8th position. Waylon Turner now up. There goes Bailey, who's loose once again. He gets into the wall. Sam Taylor, Keith Bost, Sam Harrell all involved. Everybody trying to make it. Bailey impatient, gets himself wrecked again into turn number 3. Caution flies for the 3rd time. And Tristan Bailey, the points leader, coming into this race with a 13 marker advantage over Tristan Bailey, crashes once again. Confidence shaken in the 25 camp. This is Keith Bost coming out of turn number 2. You see he got loose trying to avoid Tristan Bailey. He just became an innocent bystander in this one. Look at the 25 making it 4 wide into turn number 3. Not sure what he was playing at, but let's have another look. Bailey already loose out of that second corner, and watch him just scoot to the inside here trying to avoid Keith Bost. And the 78 squeezing to his inside. Dylan Picklesmeyer avoiding all of that. One more look. Just could not make it through. Let's see if we can ride on board Tristan Bailey. Have a listen. Truck just got away from him out of turn number 2, and around goes the pilot from Carrier, Mississippi. So the points leader has a lot to think about. His second crash, but hopefully just his only, well, of course, only his one fast repair used. But this could be massive implications in the rest of his playoff run, but it's still early on. Jason Fensler will have control of the field. He sits ahead of Jeff No from that first position, and the Californian has been ahead of most of the drama. Let's see if we can catch up and have a word with him. Jason Fensler, Rick James up top. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Loud and clear, Jason Fensler. You're leading this race so far. It's incredibly early. More than 100 laps to go. And already the points leader has gone around for a spill twice. Is that just a product of cold tires, or is it something that could genuinely happen to anyone in this field tonight?
Yeah, it can happen. These things get really free late exit, so you just got to modulate your throttle, make sure you don't spin the tires too much. So my plan coming in was just to take care of the tires, not really even race anybody, just race the racetrack.
A solid strategy considering you come into this race second in the point standings. Looking at your other opponents, there's a two-way tie for third between Tyler Bellinger and Jamie Haynes. 5 points behind you. Is it just about survival tonight and going through to the next round, or does it really mean something to get a 5th win of the season? What's the priority in the 5 camp?
We just got to be smart. Take what the truck will get us and try and get a solid finish. Of course, a win's nice, but more importantly, during the playoffs, you got to rack up as many points as you can.
Keep the shiny side up, Jay. Hopefully we talk to you at the end of the show. Best of luck.
Sounds good, buddy. Thank you.
So Fensler will have control of the field. The lights are going to turn off atop the pace truck. If you've recently tuned in, I'm Rick James. You're watching AER Truck Series Racing. It's round 2 of the playoffs from Iowa Speedway. Points leader Tristan Bailey turning up the drama for himself and for other drivers. He's been involved in 2 accidents tonight. Sam Taylor caught a piece of that one. He'll be restarting 15th. Keith Bost restarting all the way from the 18th position. Douglas King in a brand new Mountain Dew livery. That's a major melon on the side. Coming in once again. The Californian will have the part-timer. North Carolina's Jeff No to the inside. Mr. No to his students. Bob Mathis starting on the outside of row number 2. Tyler Bellinger has a couple wins this season. He's 3rd in the point standings. Does he want to score his hat trick this year? We'll find out what the plans are. 3rd restart of the race. 22 laps complete. Jason Fensler will have control of the field. Big jump from the 5. Green flag is out. Jeff No in the 3rd position, just edging Tyler Bellinger into that first corner. Bobby Mathis on the outside of turn number 2, getting high, wide, and handsome, but making no contact with that outside retaining wall. Bob up to 2nd. Jason Fensler running away with the lead, 0.7 of a second, but look who's on the move. Mississippi's Tristan Bailey already around the 7 of Tyler Willard, looking to make way around the 42 of Keith Bost. Tyler Tyone rocking the double mint, number 80, just behind Dylan Picklesmeyer. All of these drivers inside of the top 15. Shout out to Matt Mingo, who was involved in that first caution on lap number 1. Matt already up to the 10th position. Great job for him. He's up 4 places from where he started. Waylon Turner in that number 78 Tundra, our hardest charger thus far. He's up 5 places from where he began, looking to get around the 5 of Jeff No. Among the 7 drivers that ran a green lap last time around, Patrick Jenks was one of them, and he's done it. 23.84 last time around. Jamie Haynes, 23.68. The 5-3 advance machine trying to get further up through the field. Mike Carter on the outside of Sam Harrell, trying to avoid any mess that might be caused between these pilots here. Now Charlie Mosley Jr. to the inside of Matt Mingo, this for 10th. Keith Bost on the inside of Sam Taylor. Bost making the move for the 13th position. If he can just pull it off, a little bit of contact. Sam Taylor dives to the inside. Taylor now losing the 15th position to Tristan Bailey, and the Mississippi pilot looking for retribution in the 213simware.com Silverado. Adam Boughton ahead in 13th. Dylan Picklesmeyer in 12th. Charlie Mosley rounding out the top 5, and Waylon Turner just ahead of Jeff Noe in that 55. Turner challenging Mathis for the 3rd position, and he's got Moonlight to the left side of the H&M Ford. Caution is out for the 4th time tonight. Tristan Bailey again. Tristan Bailey, the points leader, jumps immediately to the pits. Adam Boughton involved in the 94, and the championship has been turned upside down. Points leader Tristan Bailey coming into this cutoff round with a 13-point advantage over Jason Fensler, sent immediately to the pits, and he may have just retired. Bama Trama joins the chat. Tristan Bailey out of this race. The points leader in severe trouble. Bailey once again throwing in the towel, and he's called it quits before the checkered flag. Involved in another accident, and when points are everything, the early exit from Bailey, depending on how this race goes, may have sealed his playoff fate. Bailey with 2,061 points headed into this round. The cutoff, Charles Mosley in 9th. Mosley finding himself, I believe, 27 points away from the leader, if I'm reading this right. Oh, and there it is on your graphic on the right-hand side, pardon me. Yeah, 27 points is the drop. So as you see the standings, Tristan Bailey deciding to quit the race early after being involved in a couple accidents. And if Bailey loses more than 27 points tonight, the 7-time AER winner this season, mind you, 7 wins this season, and the early exit from Bailey may have just ended any run for a championship. We're only 32 laps. We're about to have 33 completed, so let's say we're 33 laps into this 130-lap event, and I am staggered. 7-time winner, points leader Tristan Bailey, quitting the race with 100 to go. And if he loses more than 27 points tonight, the championship is over. Patrick Jenks being scored as the race leader. Dylan Picklesmeyer in the 2nd position. Unbelievable happenings so far. Let's have a word with the current leader. Patty, it's Rick James up top. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I got you loud and clear.
You got me way too loud and clear. Let me turn you down for a second before we blow somebody's eardrums out. You're leading this race right now. Dylan Picklesmeyer is in 2nd. Tyler B saying he will still advance, though. He's talking about Tristan Bailey still advancing from this round of the playoffs. 27 points is the difference between Tristan Bailey and the cutoff mark. And he's decided to throw in the towel after 2 cautions. This puts you in the lead. Dylan Picklesmeyer is in 2nd, and Jason Fensler is in 3rd. What do you think about your chances to win tonight?
I think our chances to win tonight are good as everybody else's. Where everybody's driving, I think 8th place on back's gonna be wrecked out by the time this thing's over with.
It's certainly not the AER trucks we're used to seeing with the control in the control and the patience that drivers are exhibiting. But where is the disconnect here? What's happening where we're seeing just so many cautions?
I mean, personally, I don't mean to beat against the admin, but I don't feel like enough penalties were being handed out, and the guys think they can or get away with it now. Personally, I think just the guys know it's the playoffs and they're just being aggressive, trying to get every spot they can.
Coming to one lap to go here before green. What's it going to take to keep this race moving clean and green, and what's it going to take for you to win this event?
To keep it green, everybody's got to be a little less aggressive and understand that some of us are on older tires, but also I think we just need to save that set of tires for the end of the race and hope we get that late race caution.
Best of luck, buddy. Keep the shiny side up, and hopefully we talk to you at the end.
All right, I'll see you soon, my friend.
Patrick Jenks ready to go and voicing his displeasure with the current state of affairs in this second playoff run, but we'll see where we go from here. We're coming to 94 laps to go from the 7/8 oval in Newton, Iowa. Patrick Jenks with control of the field on the outside of row number 1. Dylan Picklesmeyer, our hardest charger so far. He's up 10 places from where he started. Fans at home, don't forget to subscribe with Amazon Prime and get free Rick James TV subscription. Jenks with the green flag, and we're racing again from Iowa. Picklesmeyer with a bit of a blink out of that fourth corner. Tyler Bellinger in second. We make it green through that first lap. Patrick Jenks is in third. Picklesmeyer bounces off the yellow line, and it gives Bellinger all the momentum to overtake top side. Jason Fensler in the number 5. Now coming up behind that 1-2. Fensler in the middle lane, coming down to the hash marks, but now listing lazily to the right of the number 1-2 body armor Ford. It's a Ford Chevrolet top 3, but California's Jason Fensler seeks to change that. He puts his number 5 to the inside of that 1-2. Fensler now into the second position. Jeff No just went green, 23.64 second lap for the North Carolinian, his fastest of the race so far. Bellinger just went purple last time around, 23.41 seconds. He's got Fensler right behind him, but what is Bellinger doing? Is he just giving the tires a good scrub, possibly trying to get some temperature by driving hard, or is he playing the job of the hare, trying to force the 5 of Fensler to give chase? And if so, will it work? Will it cause Fensler to make a mistake? Waylon Turner in the 7-8 to the inside of Charlie Mosley Jr. This is the battle for the 8th position. Further up ahead, Dylan Picklesmeyer, 2x2, 2 rows deep, and another blink, which is dangerous with this cluster of trucks. Patrick Jenks on the outside. He's got Sam Harrell behind him. Picklesmeyer entering very shallow, very low. Watch the momentum on the outside. Roberto Mathis from the 7th position also shoots to the high side with Carter in tow in the Mahindra F-150. Down to that sunshine-colored line on the inside of 3 and 4. The 2.9 jumps high, switches back down low. Mathis looking for an avenue to the inside of Picklesmeyer. This the move for 6th, and Bob Mathis just edging the 1-2 Ford and clear down that back straight. Waylon Turner in that 78 Hypersport machine. Middle line behind Mike Carter, inside of Dylan Picklesmeyer now. Bob Mathis working on Patrick Jenks, who restarted this race in first place. He's still up 4 places from where he started, but he's behind our hardest charger, Samuel L. Harrell, in that unmarked 43. Says he's looking for a sponsor on that sim racing truck. We'll see who decides to jump on board, but this is a good pick if there ever was one. He's got to win this season. The Sumter South Carolinian sitting just 2 seconds behind the top three. Jason Fensler chasing down Tyler Bellinger, and he has been for some time over the last 5 laps. There you can see the gap back to Jason Fensler, and Fensler has caught him. But now, what does he do? Does he try to go for the lead? Does he keep the pressure on the double 8? The double mint Tundra of Tyler Tyone, the lone Canadian in tonight's field. 1 lap off the pace in 16th, but the only truck 1 lap down, so if the caution does come out, Tyone will get the lucky dog. Fensler now looks like he's to the left-hand side of the Boston Celtics F-150. The Fensler Racing Chevrolet looking to be on point. 48 laps now complete from Newton, Iowa. If you've just tuned in, what a race it has been. The points table is going to be turned upside down and shaken around. Bellinger loose at a turn number 2. Fensler chasing close. Waylon Turner on the low side of Bob Mathis. Waylon looking to make a move for that 6th position. Pat Jenks on the outside of Michael Carter, who's just moved into the top 7. And Adam Boughton now chasing down Jamie Haynes. Let's ride on board with the 94. Boughton to the inside of Jamie Haynes. They're still battling it out for that 13th position. Meanwhile, Jason Fensler wants to battle it out for the 1st position. Californian gets to the inside of Tyler Bellinger, but just can't quite make the move stick. And this is what 0.3 of a second looks like between these two trucks. Bellinger on the outside trying to hold off the Californian. This the battle for the 1st position. Jeff No 1.5 seconds behind. Bellinger up to the high side. He's got to check up, but Fensler also loses a little bit of control of that race truck. Jamie Haynes, and there's the caution. Caution number 5 has come out. Jamie Haynes, Sam Taylor may have been involved in this one. Let's have another look. Charlie Mosley Jr. caught a piece of this one. Let's see what happened. The 777 of Tyler Willard gets right into the 89 of Charlie Mosley Jr. Adam Boughton catches a piece of that one. Let's have another look. Willard sending it in all too deep. Jamie Haynes luckily avoids that one. But let's get a seat on board Tyler Willard and see what happened here. And one more look, because that's a bit early. Severe miscalculation from Willard. Jamie Haynes just avoids that one. Let's see what it looks like from the cockpit of the 5-3. Keeps it pointed to the left and avoids the wreck, so Jamie Haynes stays out of trouble. Tyler Bellinger with the lead. Jason Fensler in that second position, so the trucks get a chance to catch a break on this 5th caution of the evening. We're going to do exactly the same. We'll be back in 90 seconds with more truck racing from iRacing's Iowa Speedway. Tyler Bellinger gets his share of green flag control. Let's see what he plans to do with it. Let's have a quick word with the New Hampshire pilot. TB, Rick James up top, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
You're leading this race, coming to green next time by with 4-time winner Jason Fensler right next to you. What's the strategy to hold him off?
Sitting ducks on older tires, so I'm going to try to clear him, let Sammy go, and then hopefully we catch a caution in the next 20 laps and get and put on some fresh tires. But the truck feels good. I got speed. I love this track. Toughest competition. Quit the race. So I'm feeling pretty good.
We'll see what happens. Keep the shiny side up, TB. Hopefully we talk to you at the end.
Man.
So Bellinger will go back to work with California's Jason Fensler on his inside. Sam Harrell on the outside of row number 2. Jeff No looking to get the jump. Look at that 55 just hanging back, waiting for the opportune moment. The double 8 has control. Wait for him to put his foot down and watch those trucks fly. Green flag is out at Iowa. Bellinger with the lead, but look at Sam Harrell now on the inside of Jason Fensler. Harrell trying to make his way up to that first position. Fresh tires. He pitted. Tyler Bellinger in the double 8, Jason Fensler in the 5 did not. Those were the only two trucks not to pit, but with the frequency of cautions, is the tire life going to matter? Who's going to keep those Goodyears, those precious fresh Goodyears, all the way to the end. Sam Harrell and Adam Boughton both going green with 23.69 and 23.78 second laps. Green indicating their personal best. Tyler Willard on the inside. He's coming up behind the 80 Doublemint truck. Tyler Tyone, however, is 1 lap off the pace, but in that lucky dog position. Charlie Mosley Jr. now rounding out the rear. He's been involved in a couple accidents tonight. Mosley probably just trying to stay out of everybody's way and survive to the end. Patrick Jenks and Adam Boughton running identical lap times, 23.7 seconds, and Tyler Tyone with a personal best of 23.94. Boughton to the inside of Matt Mingo. 4 more drivers coming up with personal bests, including Yadkinville's Jeff No. He's now behind South Carolina's Sam Harrell. This is the battle for first. Two by two into that third corner, coming out of turn number 4. No to the inside, Harrell to the outside, still side by side down the front straight. Sam Harrell leads the lap, but No has a nose under the South Carolinians' all-white Silverado. And the 7-8 of Waylon Turner now coming up top side, trying to chase down Sam Harrell. Dylan Picklesmeyer in 4th. Patrick Jenks back to 5th. How about Jason Fensler down to 9th? 8 places lost so far for Fensler, but again, his tires are 24 laps older than the rest of the competition. What does Jason know that the rest of his opponents don't? Keep your eye out and we'll see if we can find out. Maybe he's saving something to the end, but how about Jeff No leaving nothing to chance? The double 5 Carolina Basement Solutions F-150 drag racing Sam Harrell, and No still hasn't led a lap today, but he's driven a mighty fine race. 69 laps about to be completed from Iowa. That will leave us with 60 laps to go. Matt Mingo still running top 13 so far, the rookie. He's had better races, but he could certainly be doing a lot worse. Mingo only joining just a few races ago, putting in a couple of top 15 finishes. Once again, shout out to Bama Trama, who joined the chat a while ago. What's going on, Mama Vols? Send my love down to the family in the volunteer state and wherever else they might be, especially your boy Terry. Sam Harrell still leading, but deadlocked with Jeff No, and there's contact. No to the inside. And still drifting through that second corner. All good. Amazing save by Sam Harrell. Glove save. And I mean Stanley Cup goalie glove save by Sam Harrell. Jeff No getting a bit too courageous with the left rear quarter panel of Sam Harrell. And behind them, look at this cluster here. To quote my friend Pete, it is a hornet's nest out of turn number 2. Adam Boughton in 9th trying to stay off the wall. He's got Pat Jenks top side. Michael Carter in the 6th, just up ahead. Jamie Haynes rounding out those top 6. And how about Dylan Picklesmeyer, up 7 places since he started this race. Let's go back and see Jeff No's brave pass on Sam Harrell. Oh, and there it looks like Sam might have lost control of the truck. And watch Sam still hanging on, right on board with Sam Harrell. And watch these hands. Still drifting, still drifting, still drifting. Unbelievably well done. Sam Harrell in that 3rd position still. Waylon Turner in 2nd. Jeff No leading this race by 1 second. Brilliant job by Sam Harrell. Dylan Picklesmeyer in the 8th position. He's staying out of trouble so far. Michael Carter to his inside. Jeff No just trying to stay ahead of the field after the 43. What appears to be the 43 turning down on him coming into turn number 1, possibly trying to get a good entrance. Maybe he just didn't see the 55, but no harm, no foul. It is a Ford, Toyota, Chevrolet top 3 from Iowa Speedway. Jason Fensler now on the outside. Rookie Matt Mingo passing the 4-time winner for the 11th position so far. Mingo now possibly trying to get one on Tyler Bellinger. Remember, both Bellinger and Fensler did not pit under the last caution, so their tires are 24 laps more worn than everybody else in this field. And the big storyline, Tristan Bailey at the bottom of the running order, 19th out of this race. That's the second time this season that the 7-time winner has decided to quit early after being involved in an accident. We'll see where he falls when the points wash out at the end of tonight's race. Patrick Jenks in that 6th position on the outside of Adam Boughton. Tyler Willard now on the inside of Jason Fensler, looking to make that pass for the fast 12. Tyler Tyone 1 lap down in the 16th position, but still doing well on the outside, and again in that lucky dog position. Events calming down after the first 3 cautions came out in the first 18 laps of racing. The race started with a caution. We didn't get past 2 turns without the yellow flag coming out. But so far, so good. Tyler Bellinger hits the inside line a bit too hard. He washes up onto Matt Mingo, the rookie, with nowhere to go. 3 wide down the back straight. The Chevy wins out in that manufacturer's trifecta. Matt Mingo in the 11th spot, top side. The 5 of Jason Fensler trying to hold on, but just no grip for the 5 on those worn tires. The rookie pulling on the 4-time winner's cape. Mingo now losing the truck just a bit. The Liquid Death Tundra bouncing violently through that first corner, but still holding on to that 11th position. Trying to edge out Fensler for a spot in the top 10. How about Adam Boughton to the inside of Patrick Jenks, and now looking for a spot on Bob Mathis. Mathis in the 2-9 looking to hold off Boughton. Jenks looking to move to the inside of Mathis. Positions being exchanged all over the place, and there goes Tyler Tyone into the wall. The Canadian will take his double mint Tundra and scrape it along the turn 3 safer barrier. Adam Boughton dives down to the inside. He's now into the 5th position. Michael Carter moving to the inside of Roberto Mathis, and the North Carolinian sliding back into 8th. His tires close to 30 laps old, and we'll see if we get a green flag run. Again, remember Jason Fensler, Tyler Bellinger running 2nd and 3rd in the points order right now. Ferret Fawcett saying hi earlier. What's going on, Ferret? Glad to have you here. Hope you're enjoying the race so far. We're just under the, just inside the final 50 laps of racing to go. Jeff No leading by 2 1/3 seconds. Waylon Turner looking at his advantage. Drop down to inside 4/10 over the last 5 laps. Jamie Haynes has been quicker than Waylon Turner consistently. Now the responsibility falls to Haynes to actually get around the driver. As the old adage goes, it's one thing to catch him, it's another thing to pass him. The status quo remains a Ford, Toyota, Chevrolet top 3. Adam Boughton just ahead of Patrick Jenks and trying to chase down Sam Harrell. There is the difference between the 3 of those pilots over the last 5 laps. Sam Harrell, the quickest of the 3. Adam Boughton looking to put a stop to that. Fensler still in the top 10. To the inside of Dylan Picklesmeyer. This is for that 9th spot, and Fensler will make light work of Picklesmeyer. The North Carolinian in the body armor F-150 now has Tyler Willard in his rear view mirror. Adam Boughton to the inside of Sam Harrell, who goes a bit too wide out of turn number 4. Patrick Jenks also looking to take advantage of the mistake. The all-white, numberless truck being scored as the 43, now making way for the Pennsylvanian to his inside. The bumpy surface making way for Patrick Jenks to squeeze into the top 5. South Carolina's Sam Harrell now on the outside looking in. Jamie Haynes on the inside of Waylon Turner. This is the move for second, and Haynes just can't quite make it stick into turn number 1. Jamie Haynes trying to get the advantage off of Turner. There goes race leader Jeff No. Jamie Haynes, has he finally cleared that 78? They're going to drag race into turn number 3, but Waylon Turner holding on strong. Watch for the slide job out of turn number 4. Jamie Haynes leaving little room for Waylon Turner to retort. Turner has to recover his racing line. Haynes now with the advantage into turn number 1. He has all the room to diamond the racetrack, and he will clear the 78 of Waylon Turner. Textbook pass from Jamie Haynes, and it's now a 3-second gap from Haynes in second to No in first. Less than 40 laps remain, and those track facts telling us drivers will have between 60 and 70 laps. On one green flag pit window, that will put drivers like Jeff No just on the cusp of being able to make it on fuel. But of course, if another caution comes out, everybody will be coming down to pit road. Don't forget, Jason Fensler and Tyler Bellinger did not come down during the last caution, and they have one extra set of tires that the rest of their competition does not. We're quickly approaching the final 35 laps of racing. We'll see what that means for these drivers. Tyler Willard looking to get around Dylan Picklesmeyer for a place in the first 9 positions, while Jason Fensler finds himself within 1 second to Michael Carter. The number 6 Mahindra Ford F-150 down on that inside line. Coming into this race, Mike Carter has had a decent season up and down through the points. He finds himself 16th. Outside of the playoffs, he's got himself an average finish of 18th and an average start of 12th. Carter doing brilliantly tonight compared to his season average. We'll see where he ends up in the next 35 laps. How about Waylon Turner and Adam Boughton slugging it out? Boughton dives to the inside, looking to outdo Waylon Turner for the position. Drag race for third. Turner just trying to hang on that inside line. Adam Boughton now switches to the top side. Tyler Bellinger is in. Here comes Bellinger. Time for tires, fuel, and the whole shebang on that double 8. If the caution comes out now, Bellinger is in prime position, and now all eyes on Jason Fensler, who's worked his way into 6th, and the Californian decides he wants to come in too. Time for tires and fuel on the Fensler Racing Enterprises machine. The field will speed around the Californian driver. Jeff No still in the lead. Jamie Haynes, the Virginian, has cut that lead down to 2.7 seconds. And now that Bellinger is in, here comes Patrick Jenks, who's decided to join Jason Fensler and Tyler Bellinger on pit road. It will be approximately 30 laps to go when these drivers get heat in their tires, and they are set up beautifully for the final run to the end, and assuming it goes green from here, Tyler Bellinger in the double 8, Jason Fensler in the 5 are in prime position to benefit and be in the top 2 places when the pit cycle cycles through. Jeff No will come off turn number 4. He's been leading for some time now, and it's officially 30 laps to go. Over the last 5 laps, there you see Jeff No has been slower than Jamie Haynes for 3 of them, and Haynes possibly feeling the wear on those tires. Maybe he's just trying to preserve those Goodyears as long as he can, but now the clock is ticking, and every driver that has not pitted must make a crucial decision. Do they come in now and risk another caution coming out, meaning they have to go to the end on this final set of tires, or do the drivers stretch the tires all the way to the end in the hopes that a late raced caution comes out, and they then benefit by having the freshest tires on the field? Tyler Willard in the double 7 now moving to the inside of Dylan Picklesmeyer. This for 6th. Willard on the inside making some good progress. He's up 9 spots so far, but he just can't hold on that inside line. And you'll see drivers start to lose control of their race trucks. And look at Willard trying to leave no room for Picklesmeyer. The double 7 Juggernaut machine on the inside of the body armor F-150, but Picklesmeyer has all the momentum. Willard tries to come down to the inside far too early. He's attacked pit lane from turn number 3, not turn 4, and he's going to lose buckets of time trying to come in for tires and fuel. Picklesmeyer stays out. He's up to 4th. Adam Boughton, Waylon Turner, Tyler Willard, and now Jamie Haynes have decided to come down pit road. Green flag pit stops in full effect. Mike Carter now up to that 2nd position. Jeff No leading by 9.5 seconds, and the leader is in. Jeff No has decided he's going to take this opportunity to come down pit road, coming to 25 laps remaining. Mike Carter in the middle lane will forego pit road. He will inherit the lead, and the number 6 Mahindra F-150 is your new leader at Iowa, and Mike Carter does lead that lap. Dylan Picklesmeyer up to 2nd. Rookie Matt Mingo up to 4th under this green flag pit stop cycle. Keith Bost up to the 5th position. Mike Carter has decided he's going to come in. Dylan Picklesmeyer is going to stay out. So Picklesmeyer now becomes the new leader at Iowa. Matt Mingo will move into that 2nd spot. There's Bobby Mathis to his inside. These two dueling hard for 2nd, but of course the worn tires will limit them. Matt Mingo just can't get enough of that wall. He's going to take another bite of that steel and foam energy resistant cherry. Mingo will also stay out. Picklesmeyer staying out. 23 laps to go, and you've got to imagine these drivers are now gambling on a late race yellow. Tyler Bellinger in the 11th position. The 5 of Jason Fensler up to 7th. They no longer have the most fresh tires of anyone in the field. But if that late race yellow does come out, what will happen to these drivers' strategies? Will it be enough? Who's going to benefit the most? Still plenty of racing to be done, and anything can happen. 21 laps to go. Dylan Picklesmeyer still leading this race. Sam Taylor coming up behind that body armor Ford. And we'll see just exactly when he decides to come down for tires and for fuel. Picklesmeyer leading. Mingo in that 2nd position. Keith Boston 3rd. It is a Ford, Toyota, Chevrolet top 3 from Iowa. Gambling on that late race yellow. Picklesmeyer in 1st, Boston 2nd. Bob Mathis in 4th. Charlie Mosley rounding out that top 5. Jeff No now looking to get to the inside of Adam Boughton. Jamie Haynes, Adam Boughton, and Jeff No all pitting within 1 lap of each other. This is the cluster for that 8th position. It's 20 to go, and next time around is 1-9 at the line. Boughton being slid back down to that 10th position. Matt Mingo trying to hold off Bobby Mathis. Jason Fensler within 4/10 to Sam Harrell. Their tires only 7 laps apart. Dylan Picklesmeyer has decided he's going to come in, so Keith Bost is now the new leader in the 42 Chevrolet. Chevy, Ford, Toyota, top 3. Bob Mathis in 2nd. Matt Mingo in 3rd. If Keith Bost is trying to stretch these tires, 74 laps. Again, mind you, the track facts letting you know drivers going between 60 and 70 laps on 1 tank of fuel approximately has Keith Bost been saving. Last time around, Keith putting in 25.36 seconds. Jamie Haynes, 23.99. Here goes Jason Fensler, now on the outside of Jamie Haynes. Haynes, his tires are 7 laps more fresh than Fensler, trying to hold off the Californian. Jeff No also on the inside, and if Jason Fensler is looking to take maximum points from this race after points leader Tristan Bailey quits, what will that mean for Fensler's point standings headed into the 3rd of 5 3-race playoffs? There goes Fensler to the inside of Charlie Mosley, not for position. Tristan Bailey. Look at this, 4 wide almost. Bob Mathis has to back out of her. We were going to say Tristan Bailey quitting approximately 100 laps ago. Watching the rest of this unfold, Keith Bost has a 3-second advantage to Jeff No. Here's Jamie Haynes on the inside of No. Jason Fensler gets to the inside of Matt Mingo, the rookie, up 9 places from where he started, possibly trying to stretch the mileage. And from Jamie Haynes, it's 2 seconds to Keith Bost. Bost praying for a yellow flag. Lucky number 13 laps to go from the short track in Newton. 1.5 seconds now. Jeff No has tires that are 50 laps more fresh than Keith Bost. I can't imagine there's going to be any sort of defense mounted from the 42, but with the final dozen laps on offer, we'll see just what Keith can manage. Absolutely nothing. Jeff No to the outside and Keith Bost. Well, I said, no, not at all. There goes Jeff No. Around him like he wasn't even there. Jamie Haynes into that 2nd position. And in the blink of an eye, Keith Bost shifted down to the 3rd position. California's Jason Fensler now in the horizon. Matt Mingo watching Charlie Mosley Jr. fall to Sam Harrell, who pitted on lap 90. Sammy up to 6th. Mingo in that 5th spot, just trying to hold on to that truck with everything he can. Jeff No leading the race by 0.6 of a second. Jamie Haynes coming up behind him. Keith Bost 1.8 seconds off of this. Jason Fensler now getting around Bost. Fensler up to the bronze medal position. And did he pit too early? Jamie Haynes in 2nd. Keith Bost has said he's had it. He can't hang on anymore. Charlie Mosley Jr. will also come in. Matt Mingo, the brave rookie that could, still in 5th. Tyler Bellinger, 2 seconds adrift of him, and look at this cluster behind him. We're not done yet. The 94 of Adam Boughton on the inside of Sam Taylor, while the 78 of Waylon Turner moves to the inside of Tyler Bellinger. Bellinger trying to take 6th position away from Turner, but Turner has tires that are just more fresh. He gets right up to that 88 and barely clears him with a dangerous cutoff out of turn number 4. 8 to go next time by. 0.6 of a second between the top 2. Jamie Haynes, his tires are the same age as Jeff No. Jason Fensler, 2.8 seconds away. Special Ed in the chat says, let's go, Jeff. Let's go, Jamie. It's the battle of the J's in the top three. Jeff, Jamie, and Jason running first, second, and third. A Ford Chevy top three. And a quick look at their fastest laps. There goes Charlie Mosley Jr. down the inside. The 89 gear wrench Chevrolet just loses control with fresh tires, cold tires. Now coming up back onto the racing surface. We stay green coming to 6 laps ago. A quick look. Just loose at a turn number 4. He does a great job keeping that truck off the wall. Rejoins the racing surface in 14th. 6 to go. 6/10 between Jeff No and Jamie Haynes. Jason Fensler 3 seconds behind him, and it just looks like Fensler may not be able to mount a charge given that Jamie's tires are 7 laps more fresh. But does Jamie Haynes have anything at all for part-timer Jeff No? Jeff No sits 23rd in the points. Officially coming into this race, Jamie Haynes tied for 3rd with playoff implications on the line for the 5-3 truck. 4 to go. This time by Jeff, just not able to extend the lead. Hopefully he gets a little bit of draft from Tyler Willard in the 7-7. Jason Fensler falling back now. He'll have to be content with 3rd or hope that a late race caution comes out, and Jamie Haynes is just too far to send it in on the 5-5 of Jeff No. Matt Mingo has decided he can take no more, and the rookie is in. The Liquid Death 59 Tundra will cruise down for tires and fuel, and the brave little toaster finally has decided he's had enough on those wicked old tires. Half a second the distance between them, but Hayes not close enough to make any sort of damage. There's the gap over the last 5 laps, coming to the final 2 laps of racing. 3 wide down the front straight with Adam Boughton and Bob Mathis trying to get out of the way. Tyler Willard still ahead of everyone as Jeff No looks to lap the 2-9 of Bob Mathis. Tyler Willard still ahead, but Jamie Haynes has caught up to No with 3/10 between them. Dylan Picklesmeyer and Adam Boughton also slugging it out for 10th. Jeff No leading, Jamie Haynes in 2nd. The 7/8 of a mile track will see fireworks at the end. Both of these drivers winless coming into this round, but they will be winless no longer. Whose name will be atop the leaderboard? One last send into turn number 3, but it's going to be Jeff No who holds on. He will win this round at Iowa. Jeff No longer winless in the AER Truck Series. Jamie Haynes in 2nd. Jason Fensler coming home in 3rd. The points table turned upside down, and surprise winner Jeff No gets the W, his, not his first of the season, I believe. Is it his first? Let's check. It is his first, indeed. His first win of the season. The part-timer gets the job done. Jamie Haynes will congratulate him, and Jeff No will celebrate a well-earned victory. Special Ed says, all right, Jeff, and it looks like Jeff's going to pull a move out of the old school. And how about this? When's the last time you saw what's been coined as the Polish victory lap? Jeff No paying homage to Wisconsin's Alan Kulwicki. He's going to drive this one backwards, and he's going to celebrate old school. One for the old guys. And Mr. No will have a story to tell his students tomorrow morning at school. Jeff No winning round 16 of the AER Trucks Series. 3 more races remains, and although he's not in it for the playoffs, he's in it to win it. And by gum, he won it. We're going to talk to Jeff No, Jamie Haynes, and Jason Fensler when we come back on the podium, fans. Don't go anywhere. Yadkinville, North Carolina's Jeff No, your winner tonight at the Iowa Speedway. On the podium now with our top three, starting with our bronze medalist tonight. Elk Grove, California's Jason Fensler with an excellent shot to win the game after the points leader, Tristan Bailey, threw in the towel for the second time this season. Jason, congratulations on a bronze medal. Was there anything left in the truck to try and go for the win?
No, I pretty much used her up. We didn't pit there under that caution. I really thought there would be another caution, so I thought it would cycle back around, but it didn't. So to come out of here third, I'm really happy with that. Just we gained a lot of spots by pitting a little bit early, so that helped us out.
Unofficially, you're going to be the points leader headed into the next round at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. What are the odds that you can keep that points lead? Tristan Bailey, after his willful DNF tonight, will be coming back with a vengeance next round.
Yeah, I'm not sure how the points will shake out. Unfortunately, I will miss next week's race. I'll be on vacation, so it's kind of a bummer. But the guys did a good job all season, and we'll see how the points shake out. We'll be back for the last few races and see where we're at.
Enjoy that vacation, and congratulations on that bronze medal. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And congratulations to Jeff and Jamie. Good run, guys.
Our silver medalist, the number 5-3 Advance Auto Chevrolet. Once again, the bridesmaid, Jamie Haynes. What else did you have to do to get around Jeff? No.
Man, me and Jeff were in the same chat together, and we caught the 59 and another lap truck. I was in front of him, and he went the right way and I went the wrong way, and that was the deciding factor. I think if I could have stayed in front of him right then, I could have beat him, but it is what it is. I told you, Rick, all I can do is finish second.
You're unofficially 3 points behind Tristan Bailey after Bailey decided to throw in the towel on lap 20 of this race. What does that mean for you headed into Charlotte next week?
I love Charlotte. It's by far my favorite track. I live literally 5 minutes from it. So I have high hopes for next week for sure.
Congratulations on that silver medal, buddy. We'll let you go celebrate. We'll see you in 7 nights.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Our race winner, first time this season running a part-time schedule, but he still gets one for the part-timers. Jeff, no, this is the second time I've seen you run a part-time schedule and win a race. You just have a thing for winning on these short tracks, don't you?
Yeah, man, I love short track racing. I think that's the best racing there is on the planet in real life, and I think it's the best racing here on iRacing. Plus, it's D-shaped, kind of like Richmond. I know the race, the race you're talking about specifically was ARCs at Richmond, and was able to win that race. But it was a lot of fun. Personally, I didn't think I had anything for Fensler unless it stayed green and kind of seen, how it played out. I just rode the bottom the whole time, just trying to save my tires and be able to run that second, third lane later in a run if I needed to. And, got the lead, was able to build a lead and kind of kept track of where Jamie was at. And, once he got to second, he started cutting a little bit of time off. He was definitely faster than I was on the long run. And he short pitted, and, new tires, you're running about a second quicker than old tires. So I knew I had to kind of follow suit. He tried to sneak on without saying anything, Jamie. Call you out on that. And, I got a gift from one of the lap cars. Jamie and I were nose to tail. We came up on 2 trucks, and Jamie went right and I went left. We split the truck and was able to get the lead in turn 3 and hold him off. So
it paid off. That's certainly true. It paid off. Next week, Mr. No, what do you think about Charlotte Motor Speedway? Will we see you participate? We know it's a part-time schedule, but now you got to go for 2 straight.
Yeah, I'll be there. It's Jamie's home track. It's I'm lucky. I live actually like perfectly between Charlotte, Martinsville, and North Wilkesboro. So I get to call 3 tracks my home track.
It's a pretty impressive drive tonight, and we'll see what you can do as one of the many hometown drivers next week. But until that race, congratulations, and go celebrate, man. You've earned it.
Thanks, Rick.
Well, anything's possible. In the AER Trucks Series, we witnessed it here. Points leaders throwing in the towel just 20 laps into a race. The second place driver within a shot to win, but the pit strategy works out for the part-timer, Jeff No. getting the W at the Iowa Speedway. 7 nights from now, round 3 of 5 in these AER Trucks playoffs from the Charlotte Motor Speedway. And if you just can't wait for more Rick James content, then tune in on Thursday. We've got Thursday Night Thunder, the ARCA cars from Lime Rock. Let me say that again. ARCA cars at Lime Rock. Do not miss that 8:40 Eastern right here. Rick James TV. That's going to be Thursday night. And until the ARCA cars at Lime Rock, everybody, please be safe. Do take care of each other. And we will see you